Our minds are absolutely crazy, ridiculously crazy. It's more so that we let our minds run amok. They say we have something like, set on an average, 70,000 thoughts a day. That's a lot of thoughts bouncing around in your cranium. So the reason that I was thinking about my thoughts was I was at a presentation last night, a networking event last night I was at, and the presentation was about doing presentations, standing up and doing presentations for a group and being nervous about that. And it just reminded me again of the stories that we tell ourselves in our head, and then we imagine these things are going to be true because we imagine the worst thing that's going to happen, and then our body starts to respond as if it's true, and we get nervous, and dry mouth, sweaty, and all that sort of stuff starts to happen. And it's mainly because of a mechanism that we have as humans. So we don't have claws, and we don't have, we're not necessarily very fast, and teeth. And so our weapon, our survival mechanism has been our imagination. And nature has given us the ability to imagine the future and be able to think about the situation that we don't want to happen, which then gives us time to prepare to make sure that that doesn't happen. So we have a tendency to worry about what's the worst outcome, and then our body starts to prepare and respond as if that thing's getting ready to take place right there in the present. I just had to hit on the bag a little bit. I do that from time to time, just come out as a quick break and hit the bag. Anyway, so this survival mechanism, with our imagination helping us to be able to sort of imagine this future so that we can do something about it. But it can get in the way because we let it run amok. We don't control what they call the monkey brain, that survival mechanization that's designed to keep us safe. But if we don't control it, it begins to control us and makes us less effective than we can be. And the thing that you need to do, and I'm not saying it's an easy thing to do, but it's something to remind yourself when you find that your nerves are getting away from you, that you're worried about, or you're in a very agitated state, a very state of worriness. Is that the right word even? Worriness? So you're in an agitated state and you're worried about something and you're getting all nervous and anxious. It's because of the story that you're telling yourself in your head. The condition is real, so I'm not saying that, this isn't about positive thinking thing, so it's not that, ignore that you have a situation that's coming up that's going to happen. It's just how you think about the event, the situation that's going to come out. So if you are focusing on the worst that can happen, then you cause the anxiety and the worry, because your body wants to, wants to keep you safe, right? Your subconscious mind wants to keep you safe, so it makes you get worried. So hopefully that you'll do some stuff about it. The thing to do to make this work for you in your favor, same mechanism, is then to focus more on the state that you want to be and think about what you have coming up, whether it's going to be public speaking or whatever. Think about your most resourceful state facing that particular situation, and then imagine it turning out the way that you want it to turn out. So tell yourself that story so that you can put yourself in a more resourceful state to do it. And for whatever reason, and this is one I haven't figured out yet, we seem to be really good at doing the reverse of that, doing the negative bit. So imagining the worst that could happen. We're just really, really super good at that. And it seems almost to be our default mode, is to go to that space. And it's probably the whole survival thing. And, get in that agitated enough state, then perhaps we then prepare. And maybe that's the key thing there, is just to prepare. So, you're feeling that because you're imagining the worst, and that's your signal your body's signal to you to say, hey, man, we need to do some stuff about this so that that scenario doesn't happen. And so you can look at it that way. So what are the things that you need to do so that the event that you're imagining, the worst happening, doesn't happen? What do you need to do to make that not happen? And focus on that and go from there. Anyway, that's it for me today. Hope you guys are having a good time doing whatever the heck it is that you do out there in the wide world. And maybe we'll run into each other. I hope I run into some of you guys out there. And anyway, I'm babbling now. Bye.